Many of you might already know that right behind opioids is a meth epidemic that's also going on in the country. This came out in the Gazette September 9th, 2018. Meth makes comeback in Colorado, El Paso County as opioid plague worsens. Methamphetamines use made a deadly comeback in El Paso County and across Colorado last year while festering in the shadows of the nation's opioid plague. Meth related deaths in the county nearly doubled from 2016 to 2017, from 36 to 67, while meth ranked among the fastest growing drugs in fatalities elsewhere in the state. The rise in meth deaths helped push Colorado drug fatalities above 1,000 in 2017 for the first time on record, hundreds more than the state's traffic death toll for the year. Now, remember, Narcan does not work on meth. But the trend comes as Colorado communities battle the plague of the prescription painkillers and their illicit cousins, heroin, still the top cause of fatal overdoses in the state. Colorado had 560 opioid related deaths last year, 92 of them in the county. So that plague has dominated headlines, public health, work, and lawmakers' time from the State House in Denver to Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. You think we have no meth problem? We do. But it's been overshadowed by opioids, said Tom Gorman, director of the Rocky Mountain High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Program. Given the record-breaking death toll across the county and state, new approaches are needed to prevent overdoses, no matter the drug, said Dr. Leon Kelly, Deputy Chief Medical Examiner for the county's coroner office. There's certainly a component of this that is a law enforcement issue, but this is overwhelmingly a public health issue, Kelly said. And that's the way it needs to be treated. Well, I wish these attitudes were around back in the 80s and 90s. It needs to be treated like we treat infections and outbreaks. I don't know why they keep comparing this drug plague to viruses and diseases. I just don't get it. Never mind. Let me move on. I know they're going to come and say this is a disease and all this other stuff. I know. It needs to be treated like infections or outbreaks and allow people to get help when they need it. Meth-related overdose deaths have been on the rise in the county and across Colorado for about a decade. County meth fatalities grew from 1 to 2 in 2008 to last year's record of 67, say recent data from Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. The same deadly trends go for the rest of Colorado. After recording a few dozen meth-related deaths through the early 2000s, the body count reached 299 last year. Much of the increase came over the past 5 years, and in 2017 marked the first time in at least a decade that meth caused more deaths than heroin. Okay, so, we heard the effects of meth. It speeds up the heart rate, and it could possibly cause stroke and heart attack in people. But of course, they don't care. They still take this stuff and stay up for days and sometimes a week because they're all methed out. The meth trend represents a step back in the state's year-long battle against highly addictive drug. a public service campaign featuring posters of graphic depictions of the drug's side effects, such as rotting teeth, appearing several years ago throughout the state to dissuade children and teenagers from using it. And lawmakers restricted access to many over-the-counter cold and flu medicines whose main ingredients used to be was used to make the drug. Okay, so the goal stopped dealers from turning houses into meth labs that could supply homegrown batches while putting neighbors at risk of house explosions and myriad related crimes. But you know what? Most of the meth in the country actually comes across the border from Mexico because it's a, you know, it's supposed to be a lot more pure than the meth that they made in meth labs that they made, you know, that homes that were made into meth labs. The law appeared to work. The number of meth labs seized in Colorado dropped from 401 to 2002 to just 2 last year, according to the Rocky Mountain High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Program. But the black market appears to have adapted, Gorman said. Cartels from Mexico appear to be supplying much of the meth sold in Colorado, leading to an increase in the drug's purity and a decrease in its price. Gorman said that the Drug Task Force has been overburdened responding to opioid plague and illegal marijuana grows to battle meth. Well, you're going to keep being exhausted because these folks are not getting off of drugs, period. They're not going to do it. In a way, I hate to say this, it's almost a forgotten drug, he said. Meth resurgence come as the opioid plague continues to worsen across Colorado. Statewide, 1,012 people died of accidental overdose last year, 100 more than 2016. State Health Department records show. And see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why they're never going to report all 50 states because they never want you to figure out how bad these drug deaths really are. They're going to continue to undercount it and 80,000 people. But see, it's very contradictory. And this is why I'm saying it. It's contradictory because they're giving us these lowball numbers and at the same time telling us that the life expectancy is dropping. There is no damn way. We are a country with millions and millions of people, and you're going to convince everybody that 72,000 people changed the life expectancy. That is not even possible. The only way the life expectancy would drop, it would have impacted hundreds of thousands to millions of people. And that's what they don't want you to know. There is no way 72,000 is too small of a number to impact life expectancy. So they are lowballing the numbers by design. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.